Welcome. This video is part 2 of a series provided by Miami-Dade College Learning Resources to help with the transition to remote tutoring through Blackboard Collaborate Ultra. In this video, we will go through the steps it takes to moderate a Blackboard Collaborate Ultra session and how to utilize the break room functionality. To review from our first video, to access our previously created session, we first need to access Blackboard through the MDC portal. After logging in, we can find our session in the Learning Resources organization through clicking Orgs, going into Learning Resources BBL org, clicking on Meeting Rooms, and finding the session we previously created. If this information is new to you, I suggest you go back and view video 1, which goes over how to create a brand new session. I first want to identify the session I'm looking for, the Hialeah Campus Learning Commons. When I click on it, I get all of the information on the right-hand panel for the session that I'm looking at. If I'm moderating this session, I want to make sure I'm joining through this link identified in the black bar. If I've joined the session using the participant link that we shared externally, you will be added as a participant and not as a moderator. To make sure you're joining as a moderator, click here. This will now open our Blackboard Collaborate Ultra room. Since I'm the first one in the room, I receive a welcome screen letting me know that I'm the first one in the room. So let's go over some of the functions here. At the bottom of the screen, I have my status and settings, where I can say if I'm away, leave my session, provide feedback. I also have the ability to share audio, which you can tell is open if it is green. Share video, same way by opening it. Hi. Or raise my hand. This feature will especially be helpful for students who are participating on their side of the Collaborate Ultra session. On the top left-hand side of the screen, I have a session menu available. The session menu allows me to start recording, to use my phone for audio in case audio on my device isn't working appropriately, report an issue, get more information about Collaborate, seek help using the Blackboard Collaborate website, which I highly recommend, and to view the privacy policy. And of course, at the very bottom, I have the ability to leave my session. On the bottom right-hand side of the screen is the Collaborate panel. When I open the Collaborate panel, I first open up our chat. I can see as a moderator, I have an ability to just have a chat with the other moderators in the room or a chat with everybody. As more breakout rooms and private discussions happen, I'll be able to log all of those through this chat window. The second icon down here identifies attendees. Right now, I'm the only one in the room as a moderator. In future videos, we'll add more users so you can start to see how different users are identified by their role through this list. I also have the button to share content. Sharing content is really important as a moderator, especially in the main room. This is where I can first set up a blank whiteboard for people to interact, where I can share my screen or share files. This is also where I'm going to set up some of those breakout groups that we've discussed. Since this is my landing page for all students entering this virtual tutoring room, I want to make sure that there's some instructions provided to those students so that they can easily navigate the website. I'm going to click on Share Files. I've previously created a PDF that goes through some of the outline steps that we want students to take and some information, and I highly suggest you do the same. It's very simple to add a file to our main page. I click Add Files. I then go and discover the specific file I'm looking for. You'll see it uploads it into Blackboard Collaborate Ultra, and as soon as it's done converting, I'll be able to select it, share now, and now every student upon entry will see this as their home screen. Again, I highly suggest this step as it's going to provide students with information such as hours of operation, which may differ based on the different rooms they're entering, and also the steps with how to meet with a tutor. Again, we want to make this as easy as possible for students, so providing some basic information right at the beginning will be incredibly helpful for them. Our steps that we've set up is to raise your hand using the icon at the bottom of the screen. We identified that earlier in this video. and then that we will reach out with them through a private chat to open up a breakout room with a tutor. There's also the ability to go into your settings through the Collaborate panel. The one note on settings that might be helpful is our session settings. Right now we have it open so participants can draw on the whiteboard, which means anybody can go into your room and give it a little scribble. That might be okay. You can easily clear it using the clear option up here. But if that's not something you're interested in, you can unclick Draw on Whiteboard and Files, and now nobody except for moderators will have the ability to doodle on your screen. So let's talk a little bit more about breakout groups. Breakout groups are incredibly important to understand as a moderator because this is really where a lot of those one-on-one or small group tutoring sessions will be taking place. When I click breakout groups, you'll see since I'm still the only one in the room, I'm the only member listed in the main room. But I do have these groups that are identified below. Groups are created through custom assignment or random assignment. We really want to make sure we're using custom assignment so that we can pair students with appropriate tutors. In order to start a group, it's pretty simple. You can always go in and rename the group to the tutor's name who might be running that group. For example, Alejandro, Math. Or if I know I'm going to have a small group of people who are just working with CGS 1060, I could name it CGS 1060. Again, you don't have to name your groups at all, but it could help with the organization moving forward. As soon as you're ready to pair off a group into a breakout room, all you need to do is click their name and drag it down into the appropriate room. Once everyone is set within their rooms, you just click Start at the end of the screen and you'll see that it starts the breakout room. As soon as a student is moved as a participant role into one of the breakout rooms, they also get access to share content, including that whiteboard, application, files. This is really important as we want to make sure our students, similarly in face-to-face session, stay in the driver's seat. So students who are taking writing courses have the ability to share their screen and have tutors provide input on a Word document. Or students in a CGS 1060 class will have the ability to share their screen and be able to look at an Excel file and discuss it with a tutor. We'll get more into detail about breakout groups and really how we pair it up and provide some samples in our next video. But this provides a very basic overview for you all and how to set up that first breakout room, how to navigate the page, and a little bit of how to be a moderator. For more information, check out our next video. Thanks!